In this video, I'm playing the round of 16 here at Padel Academy, Portugal with Lorenzo. I'm the one in olive green with a hat, with a funny hat. And then we're playing against Telmo and Bruno, which are really solid players. We never played against them and we didn't really warm up together. So the game was, especially in the beginning, was figuring out how they play, where we can find an advantage. And if you see on top of the court, it's midnight 13, and it's on the same day as we play the group stage. So we play the group stage at around 9 a.m. and now we're playing the round of 16 at midnight the same day. I woke up that day at 4 a.m. so I was so tired, but as soon as we got into the game, I kind of forgot I was sleepy, and I really tried to lock in and put on a good performance. So in the beginning, since we didn't really have time to warm up and we also didn't see how the other players played, we just wanted to kind of play it safe, or rather not take too many unnecessary risks, just to see first how they play and figure out what we can do to try and win the match. And the most important thing was to hold serve. So they started serving, they won their game, and now it was our turn to try and do the same. This was a pretty lucky save that I just did. And we were able to match, and it's 1-1 in games. During the tournament, when the nerves are up, you tend to give more margin than you should. So the ball looks really high, and maybe it's just our level, but I think when we play practice matches or training, the balls are a bit faster, lower, but during tournaments, it just seems that everyone's giving a bit of margin, just so that we keep the ball in play and we don't make silly mistakes. And this, I believe, was to win. It was a golden point, and we were able to win that and break. So we had an advantage now. So the only thing I had in my head was to keep serve. And we were able to hold our serve.
Atrás. Calma.
I also noticed during this match, when the point is going for a bit longer, it gets super scrappy, and I really like those scrappy games where we just have to. Ooh, nice fake by Lorenzo. I really like these scrappy games, scrappy points, rallies, where we're just running around all over the place trying to save the point. Maybe it's not too correct or best practice, but I really like these scrappy points. It makes the game way more fun, interesting, and dynamic, rather than, go up when you lob, when it touches the ground. I really like these scrappy points. And I was glad we had them during the match, because it made it super interesting and some cool points.
Dois.
Although I say this, but I really want to improve, and having these scrappy points takes a bit control out of your game. So I also in the future might want to reduce these scrappy points just because if we want to get better, you need to have more control and be better positioned. Because in these scrappy points, we're just out of position, I believe, a lot of the times. And here, he actually touched the net with his feet. Not the net, but the post of the net, which I'm pretty sure it counts as the net. That's why I said it was out because he touched the net. So the point was ours.
Mil.
Speaking of scrappy points, here's another one. I really got misguided by what the opponent was going to do. I thought he was going to hit it off Lorenzo's side, but he ended up hitting it on mine. Luckily, it hit the fence and I was able to save it, but this is what I mean. I really like these rallies, these long, very chaotic rallies, but I ended in the worst way possible. I did a shot that I haven't learned during a class, and look at this beautiful rulo. Just perfectly finishing the point like that for them. Very silly mistake. I was trying to make a rulo and now looking at the movement, I had my racket completely open, so it was impossible to make a rulo. And this is something I actually really need to improve on, which is the rulo. When I have a lob on my left shoulder, I really don't know what to do. The only thing I can do to keep the net is to play a flat shot, but we instantly lose the net if I do that because it's an easy ball for them. So I really need to learn how to make the rulo. And that's what I'm planning to do on the next lesson. Really need to learn that shot. Because if there are better players, this happened a lot, making these Changlet Tasso shots. And I don't practice them. I think just during the tournament, I saw a lot of opportunities. So I was able to execute on them quite luckily. But as I was saying, if I have a weakness, which is lobs to my left shoulder, then any good player can just really extract that weakness out of me, and I will just probably lose the game only on that shot.
What?
It's currently 4-2. We're still up a game, and at this point we're just trying to hold serve. And here they were serving on a golden point, and I took too much of a risk trying to play that chiquita, and it didn't work, obviously.
Teu! Era. Tinhas de fazer.
So we're able to hold serve, they hold serve as well, and now it's our turn to hold serve again. It's 5-4. And the rallies are getting way more interesting, tighter. They're gradually playing way better, and it's getting hard for us to keep our serve. So it started getting a bit more tense for us, and we started getting maybe a little bit nervous, but we just wanted to make sure that we're able to hold serve, which we did. God damn it. Sometimes I look at my gameplay, I'm like, what are you doing? A lot of the times when I play these chiquitas and then I go up, I realize that if I go up, they're more likely to play to Lorenzo, and this allows them to focus on one player, which is not that good. So I think next in the future, what I'm going to try and do is only go up if Lorenzo goes up with me, and then if I go up alone, just go back, because if I'm up, they will try and focus the person at the back, which is normal.
Dois atrás. Dois, dois. Calma. 两个，两个，两个。丢丢丢。
That's a really good ball by them.
30, 40.
Again, we're trying to hold serve.
Deu!
This was 30-40, and now it's golden point for them. For us, I mean, golden point on our serve. This is a really important point, and they were actually able to settle it. And now it's 6-6. They were able to break, and it's getting so interesting now because we're starting to get nervous. I believe they were a bit nervous too, a lot of tension, and now it's a matter of who wants it more. Because if the levels are slightly similar, then it's all about mental. If your mental is better than them, if you don't get too mad at the lost points, if you keep on focusing, I think you'll have an advantage, especially if the levels are the same. We are able to counter break, so we have one game up on them again.
Dois, dois.
And it's 7-6 on our serve. Here, a bit of a miscommunication between us. We both like to smash and we didn't really see each other and we both try to block.
Calma.
Kind of a mismatch for me, but a long rally.
Deixa. Bora!
Get a bit too excited in this point. I also noticed during this tournament, the group stage, I didn't like scream on good points, but in this game, there was so much tension.
Dois.
The rallies were being so long. After a game, everyone that I play with kind of shouts, so I think I started shouting too, which is kind of funny.
Faz bem?
Yeah, during a social M4, I'm not really sure there's a need for me to shout. So, and now looking at the footage of me shouting, I also feel like it's a bit much. So, yeah, I'm not gonna shout. And now it's 8-7 on their serve. At this point, we were really close. It's a set to 9. So we're just trying to make sure we don't make any mistakes, and we just keep our serve and try and break theirs.
Come on. Teu.
Oh, it's a really nice try, Lorenz. If you saw the previous one on group stage, he actually was able to catch one of this really well. But this one, a bit unlucky. And they were able to win their serve. And now it's 8-7 on our serve. So if we win, we actually win the round of 16. And I didn't show this here, but when we were on our break, I think a lady came and they started focusing Lorenzo a lot during this game. They're trying to break. They had to break, or else we would have won. And I felt like they were focusing him a lot during this last game. And we were just trying to win and hold serve. And it's currently 0-30 for them. So we started getting a bit nervous, trying to make a point. And Lorenzo here just went crazy and hit a really good smash. So it's 15-30.
No.
And you'll see in this game, I think I barely touched the ball.
Calma. Estão dois, estão
During
dois.
this game, they were really trying to focus Lorenzo. But he was a champ. He was able to hold and defend against two people, so he played really well in this game. And as you can see, people are not taking
Trás.
too much
Estão a
risk.
vir.
Here I thought the ball was over, but he was able to save it, and I just did that changletazo that I don't know how to do and don't know how I did.
Fecha.
Here I believe it's 30-30, and we just had to play safe, aggressive when we can. And here, really good save by Lorenzo. And he nearly broke my arm here, and now it's actually 40-30 for us. I play a ball to the corner, and then Lorenzo taps it out for 4. And we're able to win the match. Really great match by Telmo and Bruno. Really cool to play with them. They're really solid players. And stay tuned for the next video, which will be the quarterfinals. Let's see if we pass that. Thank you for watching. Bye.